let's talk about intention setting. I've recently made some changes to the way that I approach intention setting, and the results have been tangible. So I felt like I wanted to share all of this with you guys, because maybe you also find yourself in the same place where you're setting the same goals and intentions month after month after month and not seeing the progress that you're hoping to see. When I found myself in this position, I sat down, meditated on it, and my higher self lovingly pointed out to me that I'm setting my intentions from a place of survival mode, from a place of when my husband and I didn't have a place of our own, and we were going from family member to family member and picking up house sitting gigs, all while trying to find a place to live. And that went on for years. And at that point, it made sense that my intentions had to kind of be in survival mode. But that's not where I am anymore. And so that's not where my intentions need to be either. So the way I approach intention setting is always twofold. It's astrology-informed and self-informed. Today, we're going to be talking more about the self-informed part of the intention setting. To give you an idea of how I use astrology in my intention setting, I use the whole sign theory when looking at my birth chart and look at what sun season we're in and see where that lands in my chart, what house is being illuminated during the sun season, and take that into consideration. For example, this upcoming sun season, we're in Gemini season as I'm recording this, that is in my 4th house, which is the house of home, the house that deals with fatherhood, the house that deals with stability, your physical world, as well as the internal home as well. So I'm going to make sure that some of the intentions and goals that I'm setting reflect what is being illuminated in my chart. The self-informed part of intention setting is kind of meeting with my human self and my higher self and saying, okay, where are we at? Where are we going? What do we need to do? How do we desire to feel? And setting those intentions. And I've come up with 4 different check-ins that I use to check in with myself about these self-informed intentions that I've been doing after realizing that I was setting the same intentions over and over again. So the first place I start and invite you to go ahead, and if you need to pause this and jot down your intentions for the month ahead, or just even your intentions for today, so that way you can use these check-ins for yourself and see how they feel, see what they show you. So first, is the intention a should? Is this intention actually coming from you, or is it coming from a should? If it's coming from a should, spend some time checking in with that. Kind of dissect it a little bit. Where is this should coming from? Who is imposing the should? Do you agree with the should? And what do you need in order to maybe let go of this intention or find a way for it to actually be in alignment with what you want and not what somebody or something is telling you that you should be doing or you should be feeling? Second, kind of touching on what I shared with my story about I was setting my intentions from this place of survival mode. Do your intentions support the person that you are becoming? When you look at your intentions, are you including future you? I don't say this as a way of wanting you to future trip or become anxious or worried about the future, but more in a way of okay, I'm worthy of the best possible future for myself. And so I'm going to look out for that version of me as I'm setting my intentions. I'm going to take into consideration that version of me and let present me embody it and do my part in getting us there. So does your intention support who you're becoming, or is it a reflection of who you've been? Is it still trying to almost keep you in a box of who you were before you started doing this inner work? The third check-in is, how does this intention connect with my internal state? Sometimes we can get really caught up in intentions and goals being totally external focused, which for some people, it's absolutely necessary. When we didn't have a place to live, it made perfect sense that my goals and intentions were focused on finding a place to live. So knowing where you're at in terms of getting your needs met and acknowledging how far you've come and the strengths and skills that you've built when you're making your intentions, when you're setting those intentions. And then finally, what does this intention look like on a good day versus a bad day, on an easy day versus a hard day? I found I was having this pattern of setting these intentions and then, I'd have a bad day or a couple bad days and it would feel like, oh, well, I've wasted that intention this month. I've totally thrown away all of that progress. When that's not the case at all. I had to find a way of relating to these intentions on the bad days. I had to understand how my intention of unleashing creativity might look on a day where all I want to do is lay in bed and binge watch Netflix. I've had to remind myself that part of self-acceptance is understanding that there's a part of me that's always pure and true, and my intentions can sit there no matter what type of day I'm having. And my intentions aren't something that's going to just leave me the moment I'm feeling a negative emotion. In fact, now when I think about my intention of unleashing creativity, that's one of the things I'm really kind of looking forward to working with this month. And I think about, okay, what would that look like on a day where all I want to do is binge watch Netflix? It might look like me saying, okay, this is me filling up that cup of energy to unleash it. It might look like me appreciating that somebody else unleashed their creativity to create this TV show that I am now sitting here and enjoying, and how I am a part of that person's dream. And that's beautiful. That person created this show, wrote this character, and dreamed about the person who would be laying on their couch, watching, enjoying, connecting with this character. That is part of the creative process. So now my Netflix a day encourages my intention instead of sabotaging it. So what do your intentions look like on good days versus bad days? The next thing I want to really talk to you guys about when we're talking about intention setting is the importance of grounding. When we think about grounding in conjunction with intention setting, it's really kind of threefold for me. The first is returning to your intention on a daily basis. It's not just writing down those few words in your journal at the start of the month or in your planner at the start of the month. It's every single day, pausing with yourself and saying, okay, what is my intention? What is my intention for today, for this very moment? What is my big picture intention of the month? What is my in the moment intention right now? Now, you don't have to do this like every single minute of the day, of course. But those moments when you do kind of find yourself feeling scattered and disconnected from yourself, absolutely, that's what you do. You pause, you remember your intentions, and you reconnect with them. Which leads me to my second point, and that's working with your intentions within the body. So knowing what it means to have the intention that you have and what that means for your body. We can kind of take this the very logical way, right? Okay, creativity, that means my body's going to be used for creative projects. I'm going to be creative with my body, the way I dress it, the way I do my makeup. But there's also this sense of taking the energy of your intention and sending it throughout your body. I like to imagine my intention starting right at my heart, right in my heart chakra. and I send it up and down and all throughout, and feel my energy feel my body filling with the energy of my intention. And so finally, grounding and intention work through nature, letting nature be a mirror of your intentions, mindfully looking to nature to learn more about your intentions. Creativity is a real easy one to see in nature. What does your intention look like in nature? So tomorrow I will be sharing some more in depth about the idea of what your intentions look like on hard days. We're going to talk about shadow work and how that might be the tool that you need and on those bad days to continue working with your intentions and maintain that consistency, as well as really understanding how to work with your triggers rather than living in fear of them. We're also going to touch on what is and what isn't spiritual bypassing, because that's also really important when we're doing this intentional inner work. So let me know your thoughts. Let me know if you have any questions. And thank you so much.